So guys, how you going? It's whoa, mozzie, mosquito got me. Oh, it's gonna be itchy. Anyway, where are we? We're about a week out of Christmas, week and 3 days I think. So I've got a week left of work. I may not work the whole week, but yeah, we're going to have a little bit of an update, and then we're going to go work on the 240Z for 2 days, because it is Saturdays. Well, 1.5 days, because half of Saturday's nearly gone already. Right, I've been banging on anyway about the plans I've got with my cars, with my 620 and my 180B. Last time I spoke about the 180B, I was talking about turning it into a full show spec track car. Now, the only reason I'm doing this is for my business. I shouldn't even be saying this because my plans just change. I might as well have been, no, I'm not even going to say that. My plans just change way too much. So, because I'm building this for my business so I can take it to shows, I'm thinking, yeah, Jap cars are popular, but they're not the market that I need to show it to for my business. I need something more popular, you know, something like a muscle car. That's where I need to show my business to bring in the customers that I want, because people who take notice of 180Bs, they're not usually the ones that spend the big money, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm still going to do the 180B up, but I'm not going to spend a fortune on it. I'm going to tidy it up, fix all the rust, give it a respray, and then it's going to probably be up for sale. I think they're worth around 10 grand. The 180Bs, I think they're worth around 10 grand, give or take, maybe 15 grand if it's really nice. So I can afford to spend maybe 5 grand on it to make it worth 10 grand, which I can. I mean, the time and labor is probably not going to add up, but I'm ignoring that. It's sort of my thing on the side. If I can do it up, sell it. I mean, this is going to take a while, so I may look at buying something like a muscle car type thing, you know, whether it's an old Falcon, whether it's a Chevy, a Holden, whatever, something that's more popular. I mean, a Falcon or a Kingswood would probably be smart, because there's so much available for them in Australia for restoration. Geez, that mozzie bite it's itching. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, you saw I picked this up. I've got the other cab, so we'll go have a look at that in a minute. But yeah, that's just thoughts, guys. Anyway, not saying that's definitely going to happen, but just thinking ahead, trying to be a little bit more smart about my future and what's the best thing. And yeah, so I thought we'd go in and have a look at my actual work anyway, my customer based work. So I've got this 240Z. Got the front halves in epoxy. I've done all the rust. I've done the door gapping. So the door gaps are nice. Obviously it's in bare metal at the moment, but got one more week left of work, and I'm going to be putting that into getting the rest of it in epoxy primer. Once that's done, that'll probably be my week, and then I'll knock off for Christmas and have a week off. And 1200 coupe is all in high fuel primer, and it's been blocked back, so that's going to get another high fuel primer to fix all the little indiscretions, imperfections and gonna need some paint very early in the new year for that. So I've got the engine bay I've got to block down yet, so that's getting there. So we'll head down the other shed now, so I'll see you down there. Okay, excuse the grass and all that, guys. We had a shitload of rain over the last week or so, and the grass has just gone crazy. So here's the other cab. I was debating on which cab I was going to use. Now, really, I think the other cab's probably a little bit better. They're both got their faults, but all I'm going to use out of this cab is I'm going to take this brand new seal panel out again. I'm going to use the roof because the other one's got a sunroof in it, and I'll probably use this panel here. Probably the rest of the bulkhead too, because I think, yeah, this is quite clean in the bulkhead, whereas the other one's rusty. So I'll probably use that whole bulkhead. Yeah, so that's that. But for the rest of the day, we're going to get into my 240Z. What I'm going to do, carpet kit came. So that's here. The dash I thought was going to be here this week, but it didn't. All good, doesn't matter. Turn some lights on, guys. Not sure it's going to make any difference, but no, not really. Guards are just sitting on there at the moment. It's going to take them off because we're going to finish the brakes off, and also I have to hit the underside, the inside of the guards in here with some sound deadener. So that's the goal this weekend. So yeah, I'm going to start getting into that right now. So it's Sunday now. It's almost lunchtime. I've just set myself up in the shed, then I'm going to go have some lunch and come back. But I was just looking at my guards sitting on the stand and made me think that'd make a really cool motorcycle, like a really Salt Lake Speed Records inspired motorcycle. You imagine you'd have the cockpit right here, so you'd be down here like this, you know what I mean? I don't know, just dribbling shit, guys. The reason why I hadn't bolted the guards on yet was because I thought I had to do all the sound deadening on the inside of the guards, but seems like I've already done it, so I must be getting old. Yeah, anyway, I've got the back brakes bled up, so I've just got to bleed the front brakes up, and then I can bolt the guards on. Okay guys, I've run out of time for the weekend because I've got other agendas. Don't worry about that, that's water, just cleaning off some brake fluid. Everything's good except for the front brakes. I've traced it back. It's actually blocked right up here at the master cylinder, at this outlet here, so I'm going to have to take the master cylinder off and see if I can unblock it, and if I can't, I'll have to buy a new master cylinder. But don't worry about that. Yeah, so this video is not going to come out this week because I can't finish it, but I'll come out here during the week and I'll start sorting that out, I think. Good morning, guys and girls. Yes, you guessed it, we are going to get this thing running. I was going to wait till the dash got here. It didn't show up when I thought it was, so I could do all the wiring and do it properly, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get the dash till January sometime. So I'm going to hotwire it and get it running. Main reason is because I want to get everything out of this shed, and it's kind of hard to push at the moment because the brakes they're not binding, but they're just enough to make it, so it's really hard to push. So I want to get it running so I can drive it out the shed. So that's going to involve a bit. It may take me a couple of days, but we're going to get into it. We have brakes now, and we have clutch. We got leads. Fuel lines aren't connected there yet. We've talked about that in previous episodes. We need a throttle linkage. So it's probably the first thing I'm going to do today. I'm going to put the battery tray in. Putting that in with nutsert so it can be taken in and taken out. Starter motor needs another bolt, so I'm going to do that. So I may need to do a trip to the auto parts store, but as long as I can get it running enough, I can push it in, pull it in and out of the shed. That will be that'll be a bonus. I've still got to put gearbox oil in and diff oil. So yeah, the wheels are off at the moment. They're going to stay off until I've got it running. So into it. First thing is to scrounge through my parts bin and try and find the all the bits I need to do the throttle linkage. I think I have them all. I'm not sure, but I'll go scrounging and we'll find out. Okay, I found everything I need for the throttle linkages. I've got this part here that goes back to the accelerator pedal, and then on to this part here, which goes across to this part here, which goes to the carby. So I'm going to stick them all in the sandblaster now and clean them up. Oh, and this part here, which goes on the end of there like that. However, it's missing plastic bush. Well, this all looks a bit better. I'm going to paint it up yet, but what I did find is this brass air fitting fits on the end of there quite well. Also fits in here quite well. But what I'm going to do to make it fit a bit snugger is I'm going to just grind down this nut part of it so that fits in there nice and snug. And if I have to, I'll use a little bit of glue just to hold it in place. So we've got this linkage here. That's all hooked up to the accelerator pedal in the car. And that rod there comes back to this linkage here, which I haven't put on yet because there's a reason, I'll tell you in a minute. But that will pull this linkage, which turns the throttle linkage. Now the problem is, it doesn't quite reach, it's not quite long enough, so I'm going to have to add some to the end of that, which is a shame. So anyway, I've got to duck out for a bit, so I'm going to either do it when I get back or in the morning because it is getting a bit late. Yeah, anyway, we'll do it then, hey? Okay, yes, we've got it all the way. Let's see if it works. Foot on the accelerator. Oh, I've got carpet now too. Anyway, foot on the accelerator. Look at that. I've got go-go linkages. So still got to get a spring to put between here with a couple of washers and a pin through there so this can't come out. But that's that, it's got linkages. Happy. So that's one more thing crossed off the list. Next I'll probably do the battery tray. And then it's a matter of connecting up these fuel lines and doing some digital magicry with a hot wired system to get this thing running. So I need some battery leads, and oh, I've got to put oil in it. That's a must. I've got some assembly lube to put on the cam lobes just to help it run in. But yeah, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. This should be running by tomorrow afternoon, if not Monday morning. Oh no, sorry, that's Christmas Day, so it won't be Monday morning. Anyway, I gotta go inside for a while. I may come out a bit later. I do have to go run another errand, so we'll see how I feel after that. Okay guys, see you in the morning. So I've just been to the auto store and I bought some stuff for the 240Z, some wiring, some electrical connectors, funnel, some gearbox oil. Yeah. Anyway, just gonna get down closer to the shed where the 240Z is, because I'm probably gonna have to steal the battery out of this later on if I'm gonna try and start it, because I didn't buy a battery. Oh, yeah, strong arm steering. I love driving this thing. I'll talk about this in just a second. Who put that trailer there? It's probably Derek. So, I came out here last night and I fitted the battery tray. As you can see, it's all bolted in. They're usually welded in, but when they're welded in, they usually they rust underneath. I thought I'd bolt it in, that way I can unbolt it whenever I want and clean it out underneath. So yeah, so plans for the day are, I need to put another bolt in that starter motor. I'm going to put the battery cables on, and I'm going to pull all the spark plugs out. I'll take the rocket cover off. It's not bolted on yet. I'm going to take the rocket cover off and put some assembly lube on the cam lobes. What else are we got to do? We've got to wire up the fuel pump, but first I want to get it so it's winding over. So yeah, we'll do that with the spark plugs out, because we need to build up the oil pressure. I've got to put oil in it. That's a definite oil pressure switch. So we've got a little bit to do today, so get as much done as we can. Not sure if I can't get it running today, it'll probably be first thing Tuesday morning, because it's Christmas on Monday, which is tomorrow. So that'll be a good Christmas present, getting this running. Awesome. Alright, enough talking. Okay, we've got assembly lube here. Just going to put a bit on the cam lobes. Just so, because it's brand new cam. And I don't want to chew it out while we're waiting for the oil pressure to build. So we'll get the, as I said, we'll take the spark plugs out and we'll wind it over for a bit. And wait till the oil pressure reaches the top. Once it has, then we'll worry about the rest of the electrics and get this thing, get the fire happening. Okay, alright, that'll do for that. Okay, so we just, because it's also a brand new motor, using full mineral engine oil to run it in on, because you're not meant to run motors in on synthetic. Now this will get an oil change once it's run in again. So I'm just going to pour it straight in. Just going to work. Oops. Maybe I'll try and get it down the timing cover. That's better. Spilled a little bit. She's a little bit over, but that's okay. We've got to fill up the oil filter yet. Got my switch here. Woohoo! Okay, let's build some oil pressure. Sounds nice and even, that's good. Alright, my battery leads I bought, wrong length, so I've just made do. This one's still too short, it's off the 280ZX out there. And the other one's too long. So I'm going to have to make some to measure, because they were the ones that were off the shelf. Alright, what I'm going to do now, I was just going to rip the spark plugs out, just so it winds over quicker to build up some oil pressure. Alright, I've got the spark plugs out. I squirted some lube down the bores, so now I'm going to turn it over until some oil pressure comes up. Just watching for oil at the top of the motor. Alright, we're having a little bit of trouble getting the oil pressure up. So it's still not building oil pressure, so I'm going to try and prime the system by filling up the oil filter as much as I can, and then I'm going to squirt oil into where the oil pressure sender unit. Let's start that again. Alright, so I'm having a little bit of trouble building up oil pressure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up the oil filter as much as I can without making a massive mess, and then I'm going to squirt oil into where the oil pressure sender unit screws in, and hopefully that will get oil into the oil pump and it will start pumping. Failing that, I'll have to drop the oil pump and prime it manually. Okay, I'm not sure where the audio went for this clip, but as you can see, there's oil now coming out of the galleries on the cam, so I have oil pressure at the top. That's awesome. Yeah, so what I had to do is I had to prime the oil pump manually. So I took the oil pump off and filled it up and put it back on. Yeah, this is the voiceover. That's why my lips aren't matching right now. G'day guys and girls. It's a day after Christmas. It's Boxing Day. And as you know, hang on, I've got a dirty lens. It's still got a couple of little issues, like it's blowing through the needle and seat, particularly on the front carby. So what I'm going to do, it might be the electric fuel pump might have too much pressure, so I'm going to open the restrictor up in the fuel line here and see if that fixes it. And I've got a radiator that I'm going to put in it. I'm not sure if it's going to be a permanent radiator. It depends on how well it cleans up. So I'm going to take some inventory. I'm going to see what I need. I need to get a bung and a thermostat for the thermostat housing, and an outlet for the heater there. I need some heater lines. I think I need bottom radiator hose. I was going to see if I could get the radiator in there to see what shape I need, but yeah, I'll sort that out anyway. So yeah, I want to get a radiator in it, and I've also got to get the gearbox oil in and the diff oil. So yeah, that's my main thing for the day. And then we're gonna drop it down on its wheels and actually see if we can drive it out the shed. Exciting. That'll be my first drive. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get into that. So anyway, the radiator's in. That's only a temporary radiator. I'm going to get a aluminium one. So that's all in. Got the gearbox oils in. She's ready to run. I'm just putting the wheels back on right now, just so I can see if it moves on under its own steam. But I found something really, really bad. Not good at all. My fuel tank. She's got a hole. Not good. So I do have another fuel tank, but this was the better out of the two. I could give it a deep clean and weld it up. We'll see what the options are. I know you can get brand new tanks. Not sure how much they are. This really sucks. Put a dampener on my whole thing. I was going so smooth. Anyway, I'm going to try the old trick. I've got a bar of soap. I'm going to see whether it seals it up or not. Where's the hole? I know it's here somewhere. I'm going to have to wipe it off with a rag to find it. Hang on. 1 second. There's the rag. Okay, let's have a look. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. And it's coming out pretty well. Oh. It's definitely slowed it down, if nothing else. Obviously, I'm not going to leave it like this. This is just to slow it down for a bit. Okay. Well, there you go. The old soap trick works. If you're in a bit of a bind. Yeah. Not sure how long that's going to last. I think it's starting to leak again already. Put some more on it. Yeah, well, that's no good. I guess the paint held it in for a while, and then all of a sudden just started leaking. Not good. Anyway, that'll slow it down for a bit. Okay, first drive she ran out of fuel. Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to run down and get some now. Yeah, she was she started running on 3 cylinders there when I pulled it out of the shed, so I'll go get some fuel and I'll whack it in and I'll start it up again for you. She sounds pretty nasty. That cam's it's a lot lumpier than I thought it was. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. so she definitely runs better with fuel in it. Still needs a bit of tuning. She's running pretty rich, so I'll sort that out another day. Tomorrow I'm going to get in this shed. I'm ripping everything out and I'm having a proper clean up. I've got some shelves that I've got to assemble so I can tidy things up a bit, but yeah, definitely got to get the shed a lot cleaner than it is. So anyway, we're going to pull this thing back in the shed and yeah, we'll call it a night, eh? So yeah, I'm not sure when I'm going to post again, but I'll try and get to it as soon as I can. But yeah, I'm going to go full steam ahead and get some stuff done. And yeah, I'm hopefully going to start doing some metalwork videos for you, some proper ones, because this is nearly done now. As soon as the dash is here, I can finish putting it together. So I'm not sure whether I'll do another video on this one until it's actually finished. So until then, I'll try and get some hours in on some content, but you might not see me for a few weeks. So anyway, if you do want to see me again, like and subscribe, and you'll find out when I'm back. So catch you later, guys. See you then.